Alright, TTC, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's had a good couple weeks. Iceman cometh back to you. Of course, I haven't been making videos the past couple weeks, so we had an off week and then our FCS obligation in-state game. So there wasn't really any need to make videos for those. But like I said, we did have an off week and then a glorified off week. So glad to have that happen right now. Especially we got going to Auburn coming up. We had some time to learn a few lessons from the past couple of games. Like, from Missouri, we learned to play the whole game on defense, hopefully. And from Kentucky, assuming that we learned the lesson of maybe defend the Wildcat run straight up the middle. That would probably be a good idea. Would have been a nice thing to see us do at Kentucky. And maybe if the run game's working spectacularly, maybe not go away from it, Coach Spurrier. That would be a good thing to do. Maybe we could have won that game, Kentucky, if we'd stuck with the running game that was working spectacularly. But you live and you learn, hopefully, and I certainly hope we did that. So now we got one of the bigger games on the second half of our season coming up. We're going to Auburn, and they come in number 5 in the country. One loss, that was to Mississippi State. That was kind of a bad loss, but Mississippi State's pretty damn good this year, so I'm not going to kick them down for that. But they're big favorites in this. The last spread that I saw, I think, was about 19 or 20 point spread over us. And I don't pay too much attention to that because I'm not much of a gambling type person. But that's one thing I did notice. But that means nothing. The game is actually decided by the players, thank heavens. So I have absolute faith in my team. We're going down to Auburn. We're going to shock the Tigers. We're going to do a great favor for the East. The East has pretty much been the redheaded stepchild of the West this year, but there will be a signature win by the East against the West tomorrow, and it will be us against Auburn. I'm very glad to say I have complete faith in my team. We are a much better matchup for Auburn than has been reported. We're a very good running team. Auburn is good, in their running game. They're not the best run team that we have not shut down completely, but controlled enough to win the game. That would have been Georgia. They are currently 11th in the country in running right now. We held them back enough to win. I'm not going to say we dominated Georgia's run game or anything like that, because we didn't, but we slowed it down enough to win, and we can do that again against Auburn. We just need to play the same game that we played against Georgia. That is, number one, stout against the run, like we've shown that we can do. Play the whole game like we didn't against Missouri. Defend certain little trick plays like we didn't against Kentucky. We are capable of doing all that and playing an offensive game like we did against Georgia, which take advantage of opportunities, punch it in the end zone when we need to, and convert fourth downs when we needed to. Although that one was too close for comfort there at the end of the Georgia game. But we got the conversion, we ran out the clock, and we won. We've done it before against a really, really good team, and we can do it again. It's not going to be a home game for us. I think home field advantage is a little bit overrated in college football because, the crowd can be loud and this and that and the other, and everybody goes on about that. But crowd noise isn't going to tackle you. If you're prepared for it, you can deal with silent counts and things like that. So I don't think that it plays as much a part in games as it's been hyped up to be. But we have a really good running game. Actually, Gamecock Central was reporting this last night that every one of our running backs and wide receivers who have running plays have averaged at least 4.9 yards per carry. That's pretty solid. And so I'm encouraged by that. We can get some running yards against Auburn's defense, although they're not slouches or anything, but we can run against their defense. We have a really big, solid, experienced offensive line that can make holes with this defense for our running game. And if we can just get the good Dylan Thompson to show up as opposed to the Missouri Dylan Thompson, that would be great. Apparently Missouri is his bugaboo for whatever reason, but it's not Auburn. He has to play a good game, a consistent game against Auburn. And we're not expecting him to come out and be Peyton Manning, put up his kind of stats or anything like that. Just make consistent good decisions and avoid big mistakes. That's all I'm asking from you, Dylan. And if you can do that, and offensive line can play their game the way they're capable of and just be road pavers for our really, really good running game, we can go in and we can shock Auburn. Auburn has been a problem team for us. I think we've only won there once or twice in the past like a million years or something. But we can do this tomorrow. I have 100% faith in our team. We can. We're not dead in the water. We're not giving up on the season. We're not going to just go all completely to crap like we did back in 08 and finish on a 6-game slide. That's just not what this team is about. This team is more mature, more experienced, and we're going to fight to the last down no matter what's at stake. It doesn't matter if we were going for the national championship or to salvage the first win of the season. This is a team that's going to be fighting to the end. I can feel it in my bones, and from watching all the interviews and comments from players, we're not packing it in. We're not saying, the season's over, crying about it. Just going to keep fighting, and we're going to shock the Auburn Tigers. That's all there is to it. End of story. Unfortunately, as far as I know, there aren't any Auburn fans on here, but it would be fun to get a little bit of conversation going with anyone who happen to be on here. So you're all welcome to message me if there are any on here. But that's about all there is to it for this video. We're going to be we're the underdogs, but it doesn't matter. We're going to win. End of story. One other thing for you, we have a new smartest TTCer on here, so congratulations for that prestigious honor. See if you can guess who this impression is. We've been working on it for a while now. What was I saying? Believe that.